Hey guys, week number 3. Darren Manser here at Boo Boo Jojo BOOJOJO on X Twitter. Man, can't believe it's already week 3. Time's flying by. Excited about the slate. Should be a super fun one. If you have not joined Fantasy Points yet, I would highly recommend joining. Um, College is included, $150. Can't beat it. You get access to my ownership projections that I throw up, all the projections that John Hanson and the rest of the crew do, which are really amazing. We have the new data suite, which is available for only $50. Huge discount that we're offering this year on that, and we have the best Discord around in NFL and college. Just finished a college show, and it's just so nice to have such a good community, super helpful. And we had a Millie winner, one of our subs last week hit the $1 million, and he's been in there sharing some of his good advice, how he thinks and thoughts. So it's been super interesting to read, how he's been going about some of these his process. Well, anyway, let's get into the slate, and we're going to start with DraftKings. You can do DraftKings or FanDuel. We got the 20 lineups. Do a basic stack with a receiver. I'm not going to run a running back with a defense. It's the main slate, so it's not showdown. And we do have other slates on here. So if you're in here, you get the optimizer, you can change it by slate, which is kind of cool. Flex positions, we're usually going to play the running back of the receiver. And we're going to start with our custom stacks. And we'll go to our first stack here. We're going to go to Mr. Kirk Cousins. Obvious reason, incredibly good game environment, high over under, fantasy goodness. Both teams can't stop anybody. It's going to be one of the highest owned stacks on the slate, but oh well. I'm going to be playing it, and then I'll find ways to get different elsewhere. So we're going to do Cousins with Jefferson, Keenan Allen, Josh Kelly. I don't mind Mike Williams too. Um, just everybody's in the play in this game. I'm trying to get a little bit different here in this particular stack for Josh Kelly. He is getting some pretty decent ownership too. And we're not going to have Alexander Madison or the Chargers defense in that particular stack. Second stack we're going to go to Tua. They're at home. Weather's good. Tua, he's pretty amazing. Denver has not been very good against receivers at all. So we got obviously the main guy, Tyreek. Still waiting to hear Waddle news. Just not sure. But if Wall doesn't play, I think it actually bumps up Durham Smythe. It's only 2,900 on as a tight end. It allows you to fit a bunch of stuff. So I like him quite a bit. And then Jerry Jeudy. I think Judy's probably a lot, healthiest it's been this year. So I'm assuming I'll be throwing catch up. And Jerry Jeudy's a nice little comeback to play in this stack. I'm not going to play Tua and Mostert in the same lineup, and obviously not the Broncos defense. And randomized projections, I'm not going to mess with them. I trust the projections, but you can mess with them by a percentage if you want to do that. Max exposure by position. You can play this any way you like, guys. This isn't set in stone. I've got 45 quarterback, 55 receiver, tight end, defense. You can see all this, but you can obviously just change it to whatever you want. It's kind of cool to be able to, change this around. If you want to lock somebody in, just do 100%. Probably you're going to get one of the better defenses on the slate. And we're going to skip the ownership settings. Max flex exposure, one of my favorite ones. So your flex position, if you think there's a ton of value with running back or receiver, you want to go one way or the other, you can. I split it up this week 50-50. I think there's good values on both ends. And what we'll do now is we'll go to player settings. This is going to show us some of the values. Here's the quarterbacks. Now, somebody's asking in the chat, it seems like they're having a hard time, eliminating some of the players I don't want. So thing that you can do is you want certain players, you can use these bump ups here, these greens, bump them up as high as you want to. And so if you're really trying to force some guys in here, you can do that. And then also you can do custom points. You got 27.1 for Mahomes. You think he's going to score 33? Put in 33. I mean, how easy is that? How nice is that to do? You can make sure you can get at least an amount of Mahomes. You know, you want at least 10%. You'll get him. You get 10% at least. You know, you don't want any more than 30. You can do that too. You can lock him. You can exclude him. Go one by one. Different choices that you can do on that end. Here's the ownership projections here. Obviously, Cousins at the very top here. Josh Allen showing second. That might change. Weather's supposed to be pretty bad with some storms coming through. So I'm kind of curious when I look at this again over the weekend if the projections will change on this end. And this is shows by value also. So this is actually showing Stroud and Mac Jones is the two best value based on price. All right. And this does it all the way through for every single position. And obviously, you get the optimize. You can play around with it how you'd like, play around with it. Defense, you can do all the different settings on that. So super helpful to kind of go through that and play around, which I like to do and see, see different lineups that it spits out. All right, we'll go ahead and hit optimize. Let's see what we can spit out here. All right, here we go. So our top line here, it's showing Kirk Cousins with Javonte Williams. We actually didn't include in the stack, so it looks like the optimizer actually likes him as a value, even though I was like forcing him in a Tua stack that we'll see in a minute. It's going Javonte, Kelly, Jefferson, Keenan, Reynolds, Ertz, Ford. Yeah, I don't mind this lineup at all, actually. All right, let's see what else we got. Go through some of these lineups. Let's go see if we can find one of our Tuas. There's Mahomes popping a little bit here. There's a Stroud lineup. Well, Stroud and Tank Bell is interesting. Super cheap stack there. All right, here's one of the Tua stacks that we made. There's Tua, Javonte, Ford, Tyreek, Mike Williams, Addison, Smythe, Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, there's that stack. It's a pretty interesting GPP lineup right here. Tua, Javonte, Josh Kelly, Tyreek, Metcalf. There's Smythe again, obviously with the stack. Looking through, sometimes I try to find a favorite. I think I like the first one actually. Usually I like ones in the back, but I think I like this one the best. Looks like Amon St. Brown's dealing with a toe. And those turf toe type things gonna be a pain, no pun intended. So Josh Reynolds might get, he's been really good the last couple of weeks, so he might get a little bit more play, and his price is really good. Ertz at 3,500 is too cheap. You'd expect Cardinals will have to throw against Dallas in that game. So yeah, I actually like the first one. I think it's one of the first times I've liked the first one the most. But yeah, this is one of the better ones. Well, that's it. Pretty short and sweet this week, guys. You want to get a discount for fantasy points, you can use my name, Darren, Darren, the number 5, and get a little bit of discount on the site. Gives you a discount to get in. I mean, it's the best place to be right now. So good luck to your lineups this week, and any questions about the optimizer or anything like that you have, pin me in the Discord chat and I'll try and help you out. All right, guys, good luck to your lineups this week. All right, bye-bye.